If I were starting an HealthTech startup in 2025, the first thing I would do is a competitive market analysis. Every founder eventually does it, but honestly, I think it should be the very first thing that you do. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I would go about it using 5 easy steps. In HealthTech, understanding your competition is critical because the buyer isn't always the user. Trust matters more than technology, and many categories look crowded even when no clear winner has emerged. If you're new here, I'm Karen Etkin. I publish the annual AgeTech Market Map, featuring hundreds of AgeTech startups from around the world. I've spent years tracking the global AgeTech ecosystem, and I've had thousands of conversations with startup founders, investors, and care providers in this space. What I've seen again and again is this. The founders who truly understand their competitive landscape before they build set themselves up for a much higher chance of success. The purpose of competitive market analysis isn't just to know what's out there. It's to answer one critical question. Is there a gap in the market that you personally, as the founder, with your own founder market fit, can solve? You won't know this unless you know who your competitors are. So how would I actually go about this? Here's the step-by-step process. First, I would start with getting my bearings quickly. The HealthTech Market Map is a great place to start because it gives you a bird's view on the entire ecosystem. And from there, you can dive into the category your product falls into. Make a simple spreadsheet, go into each competitor's website, and capture these details. What problem or problems are they solving and for whom? How do they solve it? Hardware, software, tech-enabled service. Who is the user? Who is the buyer? Are they paying out of pocket or reimbursed by insurance? In HealthTech, it's critical to notice not just who the end user is, but who is paying for the solution. Is the product marketed to older adults, family caregivers, or maybe home care providers or senior living operators? When you review competitor websites and messaging, pay close attention to this. What is their value proposition and what marketing messages are they using for each stakeholder? How do they distribute the product? And if your category touches healthcare, check if competitors are highlighting compliance or certifications. You might also want to check out their social media presence, which platforms they use, how many followers they have, what are the engagement levels, and see if they get any press coverage, earned media. And if you want, you could also search for your competitors in databases like Crunchbase, where you can find funding information, news items, and more. And the last thing I would do is to check out the LinkedIn profiles of the founders and executive team and try to gauge what unique experience and skills they bring that give them a competitive advantage. The second thing I would do is use AI research tools. Perplexity is great for early research because it suggests multiple follow-up questions which are helpful if you don't know what you don't know. ChatGPT Deep Research and Grok are also great options. The way I would prompt it is I would describe the problem. For example, my grandmother fell and couldn't get help for hours. Do you have a solution for these types of situations? Then the AI would probably give you some high-level answer and suggest smart follow-up questions that lead you deeper down the search rabbit hole. One important thing here, always fact-check AI results before relying on them, because these models can sometimes hallucinate and make things up. Then at the third step, we turn to our trusted good old Google. I would use search terms like digital solutions for X, X being the problem you want to solve. Tech solutions for X, best solutions for X. Running multiple Google searches will help you surface the incumbents because most likely the companies that have been around the longest have the best SEO and they will show up again and again in the first page of search results. You should also use Google to fact check the results from step 2 just to make sure the LLM models didn't make up any companies that don't actually exist. Now, the fourth step is you want to see what people say about these solutions online. So if you're in the target market, you could start by asking your peers. Otherwise, review online forums like Reddit or Facebook groups and see if people write about any of the solutions. You can learn a lot by paying attention to what people actually say about the products that are already out there. And in HealthTech, trust is everything. It's not enough that a product works. Users and buyers need to believe it's safe, easy to install and use, and reliable. So when you read reviews, pay extra attention to what people say about trust, customer service, and ease of use. For software solutions, I would also check out review sites like Trustpilot. And for hardware solutions, I would definitely check out reviews on Amazon. Which brings me to the fifth and final step, trying to get your hands on some of these products to try them out for yourself. You might be able to purchase them on Amazon, Walmart, or Best Buy, or just download an app if it's a software product. If you can try the product yourself, great. If not, look for third-party evaluations, awards, partnerships, or certifications. In HealthTech, credibility and trust markers are often more important than flashy features. That's it. These are the 5 steps for a quick yet effective competitive market analysis for HealthTech startups. And if you're serious about building an HealthTech startup in 2025, I've curated a playlist with videos to help you kickstart your journey. You'll find the link in the video description. Until next time, stay humble, stay curious,